There is a man in a Ford dealership right now, signing paperwork on a truck he cannot afford. He's not stupid. He worked hard for 30 years and wants a decent truck. The salesman is friendly, the monthly payment sounds manageable, the number at the top of the contract says $89,000. Nobody in that room wants him to think about that number. By the time he drives off the lot, Ford has already made money on him twice, once on the truck and once on the loan. And over the next 6 years, they will make money on him a third time, in a way almost nobody who signs that paperwork ever fully understands. The 2024 F-150 Lariat, mid-trim, the truck a serious buyer actually considers. Window sticker, $82,000 to $89,000. In 1985, the average new pickup cost $11,000. Adjusted for inflation, that is $30,000 today. The truck on the lot right now costs 3 times that. It is not 3 times the truck. Ford discovered something important about the American truck buyer. He does not buy on price, he buys on monthly payment. When a buyer is focused on monthly payment, the total price of the vehicle becomes almost invisible. The dealer knows this. The finance manager knows this. The entire structure of the transaction is built around keeping your attention on one number, $500, $600, $900 a month, while the number that actually matters grows quietly in the background. Here's how it works. A buyer qualifies for a 72-month loan at 6% on an $85,000 truck. What nobody in that dealership calculates for him is the total. $950 a month for 72 months is $68,000 paid to the bank on an $85,000 truck, before a single repair, before insurance, before the depreciation that started the moment he left the lot. Ford Motor Credit is not a courtesy, it is a profit center. In Ford's most recent annual report, Ford Motor Credit contributed over $2 billion in pre-tax profit. The truck division made money building the vehicle. Ford Credit made money lending the money to buy it. 2 separate revenue streams from one transaction. The buyer funds both. The 84-month loan term did not exist 20 years ago. The average auto loan in 2000 was around 48 months. Today, the average term on a new truck purchase is 68 months. That extension did not happen because buyers demanded it. It happened because longer terms lower monthly payments, which allows manufacturers to raise sticker prices without losing buyers. The loan term is a pricing mechanism disguised as a convenience. And then there's depreciation. A new F-150 loses roughly 20% of its value in the first year. On an $85,000 truck, that's $17,000 gone before the first oil change. Over 5 years, the average F-150 retains around 40% of its original value. A buyer who financed $85,000 and drives the truck for 5 years has paid $50,000 in loan payments and lost $34,000 in value. Combined cost before fuel, insurance, or a single repair, over $80,000 on a truck now worth $34,000. The math does not work for the buyer. It works perfectly for Ford. Now here's what the mechanic who works on these trucks does when he needs one. He does not go to the dealership. He finds a 1999 to 2003 Ford F-150 with the 4.6-liter V8, 4-wheel drive, under 150,000 miles. He pays $8,000 to $10,000 cash. That engine is a naturally aspirated V8 running at well under its mechanical limit. No turbochargers, no direct injection carbon buildup, no cylinder deactivation. Parts are everywhere and they're cheap. A mechanic can rebuild that engine for under $2,000 if it ever needs it. Budget $8,000 for the truck and $2,000 for anything it needs. You're in for $10,000 total. That truck, maintained, will run for another 150,000 miles. Compare that to the $89,000 financing commitment sitting on the lot. The difference is not a little money. It's 6 years of financial breathing room that the man signing papers today will not have until he is done paying. Now the honest part, because this channel does not sell you a fantasy. Rust is the enemy on any truck from that era. Get it on a lift before you buy it. Pay a mechanic $75 to look underneath. That inspection is the best money you'll spend.
These trucks do not have the safety technology of a modern vehicle. If that matters to your situation, weigh it honestly. And the 2024 F-150 is not a bad truck. The EcoBoost engine, maintained correctly, can go 200,000 miles. The problem is not the truck. The problem is the financial structure wrapped around it and what that structure costs a working man over the full term of ownership. Buy the truck if you can pay cash for it. If you cannot pay cash, the question worth sitting with is whether that truck is a tool or a payment. Those are two very different things. The man who signed this afternoon is going to make that payment for 6 years. The man who paid $8,000 cash is going to spend those same 6 years driving a truck he owns completely. Every dollar he puts into it stays in his control. If this is the kind of information you're looking for, hit subscribe. Every week, I break down the traps hidden inside the purchases working Americans depend on every day.